I will talk about Viking Grace, the most environmentally friendly cruise ship in the world. My name is KARI GRANBERG, project manager, so this is my baby. By the way, it was 2 years, 1 month after the contract signing, delivered on time, on budget. This is what you can do in Finland. So the topic for me was Viking Line's investment in green shipping. But first I will, perhaps not all of you know where Viking Line is coming from. It's a small island between Finland and Sweden. Our head office in Mariehamn, and our main routes are Turku, Mariehamn and Stockholm, and then Helsinki, Mariehamn and Stockholm, and also between Helsinki and Tallinn. And we have about 7 vessels, 6.4 million passengers every year. And in this folder you can find a little bit more about our green work, and also about Viking Grace. So I will just be very fast through this. But environmental work that extend the requirements. This is the. So I will go through some part to minimize emission into the air and water. So we have been running on low sulfur fuel since 1990. Sorry. Went quite fast now. And we have some NOx reduction on a 3-vessel catalytic reduction converter, and then on Mariella we have humid air motor. And we are not discharging any grey water, wastewater, bilge water in the sea. Everything is going ashore. And in Stockholm they're producing biogas. When you're going with the taxi in Stockholm, you are most of the taxis in Stockholm are running on biogas. And waste management. This we have been working a lot to separate all different waste. It's a big work. Another interesting part is this food waste. We are collecting it, pumping ashore from 3 vessels, from Viking Grace, Express and Mariella, and producing biogas. Also, bio waste is a very good raw material for biogas. Hopefully someday we will get it back and be CO2 neutral. Another thing, organic coffee, perhaps not a big issue, but it's our think of doing business. You can imagine how many cup of coffee we have with 6.4 million passengers, so it's a lot of coffee. And we don't have any anti-fouling. We are brushing the hull during the summertime, every second, third week, brushing off the hull side, and there is no anti-fouling. So this is Viking Grace on the west coast, on the way into Mariehamn. You can see this is our way to make money. Clean water, clean sea, with a lot of green algae and all that stuff in the water. We don't have any tourists coming to Åland Islands, so it's really important to take care of that. This is Amorella and Grace in Mariehamn. This is quite normal engine room. This is a the only thing that you can see that's different from a normal engine room is this yellow piping, double wall piping, and then another thing also, it's really clean. There's no dirt inside. So for a moment, about 190 times ship-to-ship bunkering in Stockholm. So we have a lot of experience already. This is no hen or egg or chicken or whatsoever. This is working every day, almost 5 to 6 times per week. We are transferring about 65 to 70 tons LNG. So the topic was today is green shipping, making money. And if you compare Grace with the Isabella, the gross tonnage is about 60% bigger, and the capacity is slightly, quite much bigger. The passenger cabins and the cargo and so on. But if you look at the installed power, propulsion is 23 megawatt, on Grace is 21, and the speed. And then if you look at the consumption, annual consumption is quite reduced. But if you look at the consumption per gross tonnage, per volume, it's been dropped from 100% to about 42%. Of course, this doesn't matter if you have heavy fuel oil or LNG. It's more or less the same. But after 2015, it's not possible to run on heavy fuel oil. You have to have a scrubber installed instead. But to have a scrubber installed on a passenger vessel, I don't think we get any more passenger on board if we are advertising with that. So a little bit short conclusion. Fuel cost, we was talking about 53 euro per megawatt for Fjord Line. They are very lucky, they are close to the supplier. We are a little bit more offset, so we have to pay a little bit more, so it's more expensive. Fuel cost, if you save bunker, you save money. It's quite simple. But to replace the entire fleet with a new buildings, this is not economical. It's impossible to change the whole fleet. 7 vessels for us. 240 million euro per ship. And then to convert existing vessel to LNG, this is not possible with our old vessel. And to install scrubber, it's the same case. We don't have any dead weight, spare dead weight. We don't have any stability left. So so there is no quick solution for this sulfur directive. So before we are building a new or convert existing, we need to bunker expensive diesel if we don't find any fantastic solution. So we got an annual additional cost of approximately 8 million per year. And last year profit was 0.9. So you can imagine how it will look like. So according to us, this is the one way into the future. So I thank you. Any question we will perhaps take later. But here's the LNG tanks. Here's the sun deck just outside the nightclub, and here's the children's area and so on. So this is the way. Okay.